What's up, guys? It's Fisher Ed, and I went to Bass Pro today. Bought some new frogs. I want to talk about frogs, but I also got some dinner, and I want to show you guys. I got some dinner at Bonchon. It's been real lazy tonight. Didn't want to do any cooking, and I live right next to Bass Pro, where I decided to do some frog shopping really quick last minute. I have 4 different frogs, 4 different brands. Got the Spro bonsai, again, because I lost one. Got the Terminator frog, again, because I lost one. But here's some new ones. Here's the Booyah Pad crasher, and the live target, they call it a live target frog. It's just a frog, I guess. But we'll get further into these later. But first, I'm really hungry. So let's do a quick unboxing of my dinner. This is bulgogi from Bonchon. Wasn't cheap, 15 bucks. But let's see, what do I got here? Got half a container full of meat, which I like. Got some rice here. Let's taste it a little bit here. Flavor's okay. Could use a little more sugar, but is it worth the 15 bucks? Probably not. Cheap meat. Wasn't even really grilled, just stir fried. The rice is good. I mean, it's good quality, don't get me wrong. It's just a little overpriced. But I was really hungry, didn't want to cook myself, and didn't want to get McDonald's. So, it's not too much, but if you're gonna charge 15 bucks, you should add in like an appetizer for free. Chinese people are cheap, that's all. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my dinner and then get on back to the frogs. So, intermission. We're back, and let's unbox some of these frogs. So the first one I'd really like to unbox is the Booyah Pad crasher. I've never bought a Booyah brand frog before, let alone a popper, and it was cheaper than I expected it to be. I usually buy XPS's, but I stopped because they really suck, and I can't really emphasize how much they suck. If you frog fish at all, then you know what I'm talking about. They just fall apart. But here we go. Finally got it unboxed. And let's check her out. It's got a nice... Let's see, here's the part that concerns me the most, which is the weight. The weight seems to be in there very well, seems to be pretty secure. The frog itself feels tough. Feels pretty tough. I like the hooks. The hooks kind of point inwards, and this little popper area seems to be a little deeper and a little smaller than the Spro poppers, but I think it's kind of got the best of both worlds. It's kind of like a regular frog, but it's also like a popper. The design is a little more the profile, if you look at it, kind of has a small diagonal sort of taper with the mouth, and I think that allows it to kind of swim through junk a little bit better. But when it's in open water, or water that doesn't have too much vegetation on it. This probably works well because it'll pop, but it'll also work well through thick stuff because I could see it gliding through most of the stuff, because once you drag it, the frog head will go down a little bit, and once it tips forward, you see the design here, it sort of will repel all the junk off of the frog instead of trying to catch it. Nice design. That's how I think it works anyway. We'll find out when we actually do a field test. Skirt, of course, they always come long, and I always like to cut them, leave about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. That's about all you need, like that. You should cut them about that short, maybe a little longer, like that's good. But the way it is out of the box is far too long. Okay, cool frog, cool frog. Now let's unbox the live target. This is a pretty big frog. It's more like a toad. Look at that. Here's something I'm not too impressed with by Live Target. Although the frog looks nice and the hooks are really sharp. Ow, whoa. These hooks are dank. Anyway, let's check this weight out. See, the weight kind of it's better than I was thinking, but it still kind of looks like it could take a couple strikes and it might fall out. It's possible. It's still better than the XPS's, I'll tell you that much, but I really like a bait that has a firm weight that's, gonna stay on there, because the last thing I want to do is go around finding weights and having to replace them in my hollow bodies. Skirt obviously needs to get cut. The eyes on this thing are really nice. Look at that. Let's just compare the two. This is a kind of like a lower end frog, and this is like a higher end frog. Obviously one's a popper and one is not, but let's just compare the craftsmanship on it. Well, the eye is definitely where the money is. And there's like the print on the side of the frog here. This frog has a little texture on the side. This frog has no texture at all. It's got an arm. This one doesn't have an arm. See the top. It's not really too much to compare from with the top. The top is pretty matched well. Bottoms. Okay, obviously this one has a nice gradient on it. It's very realistic. Very realistic. I don't know if that's a plus or a minus. Maybe that's just that's just to catch consumers. The hooks, though, as you'll notice, these on the Booyah Pad Crasher point inwards a lot more than the Live Target one. Not sure what the difference will be, but we'll find out when we start using them. But here's a low-end frog and here's a high-end frog. I'll let you guys decide how they match up. Okay, so here we have the Spro Bronze Eye Popper. Definitely bought plenty of these, and I I believe I unboxed one recently, honestly, but I lost it, so I have to buy another one. Caught me a couple fish. But nothing to complain yet again. I mean, holy fuck, I'm so tired of getting punched in the finger by these hooks. But the weight, solid, will not bust off, and that is why I like buying these. The skirt is actually pretty much the way I like it. I wouldn't really trim this anymore. This is just fine the way it is. This is a go-to frog for me. I believe in this frog more than any of the other ones, and I'm not sure why. You know, if we compare these two frogs, this one clearly has more of a, the Spro has more of a sleeker, aerodynamic, and very aggressive looking popper, whereas this frog is a little softer looking, a little more subtle, and the popping is probably less aggressive. This frog has caught me a lot of fish. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. I just wish, you know what, no. Everything about this frog is fine the way it is. It's $10 or $11 for a reason. It lasts long and it works. So let's unbox the final frog. Here we have the Terminator walking frog. Walking Frog Jr. I guess it's because it's small. But let's just see here. The skirt's way better than the first one I bought. The first one I bought was wrinkly. These are straight. That's nice. The popping frog has a more aerodynamic body. The hooks point straight. They don't point inwards. The weight is pretty much inside the body, so that's not coming out. That's not coming out. And yeah, it feels tough. You know, the rubber on this frog feels much firmer than the other frogs. It doesn't feel like it's so firm that I wouldn't a fish wouldn't be able to bite down on it. I think this could still catch plenty fish. Doesn't press down too much differently than the Spro. This Booyah Pad crasher is definitely softer than these two. And yeah, actually, out of all of them, the live target may be the most firm. This Booyah Pad crasher definitely is the least resistant in terms of its body structure. But I think all these frogs work. I bought them just to give them all a try. They're all different styles. Well, similar styles. This is just a regular hollow body. So is this, but you can clearly see that, you know, the design is different, size is different. When you look at the bottoms, you see how much wider the other frog is, and this frog has more of a curvature to it, whereas this one has less. But I do believe all these frogs are going to work. I'm excited to put them into my tackle box, and I am even more excited to go fishing with them. So that's the end of my unboxing, guys. And I just want to thank you guys for watching my videos. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button. Thanks, and good night.